circuito.
We're back to CYCM Stand. Rise up for God's Word, stand on the Bible. Again, our topic for this episode is about social media addiction. Let's proceed to the next question.
Okay, so ang atong next question, no, basin siguro na yung mga maigo bitaw. So, allow me to define addiction for our guest speaker. According to medical news today, addiction is an inability to stop using a substance or engaging in a behavior even though it is causing psychological and physical harm. So, what are the signs and symptoms of social media addiction?
Yeah, so thank you for that definition. When we talk about addiction in general, you always have to look at the trigger or what caused it. The addiction is always a response to something. So, let's talk about, bisag unsa pa na siya, whether that's cigarettes, food, ML, pagano ko ML, ingon ko food, ML, any, so all these things, unsa pa man na, cigarettes, even drugs, or social media, you always have to look at the trigger. Why are you on that? Why are you doing that? So, tanaw na ito ang trigger. Most often, it's always a stress response to something. When we are stressed kayo, like personally, kung stress mo kayo, you always grab the nearest makaon, nearest ka ng, or sa uban siguro, stress kayo sila sa trabaho, mag-yosi break. Diba? Mo na lang buhaton. Ang uban, pressured kaayo sa eskwela. You turn to drugs or you turn to other things. Inga na. Social media is the same thing, actually. Why? Because social media is designed, akong giingon kanina, diba? It's designed to feed into your, kanabitang automatic ni mo nga feel good nga feeling. Especially if you post something, post ni mo, butang ni mo diha, trabaho ka niya, stress ka. When you open it, you see so many likes. Oh, ganahan na yes. So, so there's this pleasure. Ay mo ang kanabang, it lifts you up. Oh, so it lifts you up. Design yun siya nga ingana. So, even if you're, kapoy kakaayo, ikaabli nimo, uy nana dayon kalingawan dayon. The videos, have you ever wondered why the videos are short? Gid kanunay 30 seconds, 15 seconds, because it's designed to give us instant gratification. The same way that food, drugs, games, even cigarettes and all those things, alcohol, they give us instant gratification. So, kanang muingkag, how do you handle social media addiction? You look at bubalik siya sa first thing we need to do. Well, the first thing we need to do is accept that we have that addiction. The second thing is then identify your trigger. Ngano ganing mo abli ko sa akong cellphone? Ngano ganing kana gyud akong unang ablihon? So, pangita unsay naka-trigger ana pagsugod. You could be doing so much work. Nya gikapoy ka. Kapoy na jud kayo. So you look at your old photos or photos of other people or itan-aw ni mo pila na bay ni views sa akong story. Na bay nang kuan sa akong likes. Ayan na. And then you see the results. It's either ma-happy ka or masad ka. So masad ka, salada na nimo abi na pagkaglaing app. Okay? Until you get that high that you need. Okay? So that's the same.
Sort of an escape siya, no?
Yes. Oh, like all addictions are. It is always an escape sa imuhang giagian karon, so sa imuhang struggle karon nga na. So it's the same. So the next thing you do is identify imong trigger. So when you know your trigger, when you know already what causes that kanang ngano gyud nga ablihan gyud na nimo ana. So you identify it, you know na nga ay kung gikan day kog trabaho, kauli na ko or after work, di pa ko muhawa sa office or di pa ko muhawa sa wherever you work, kay mag-spend sa ako 1 hour nga ga-scroll, nga na. Or for some people, ikamata nimo, the first thing that you do is open because you don't like to face the day. Di ka ganahan mo atubang. So,
Monday.
it's Monday, so maglagay-lay sa ako, magtanaw-tanaw sa ako dire. So, that's your trigger. So, identify that. And then, the next thing that you need to do is actually swap it. Imo nang pulihan. So instead of opening your phone, you have to do something else. Okay? That's the
Accept, identify the trigger.
yes. And then when you know na your triggers, kay balo namang gyud ka nga after work gyud ka or after gyud ka kana bang after gikapoy ka kaayo mo jud na una nimong buhaton. So what can you do? Consciously you could stand up and then kung sa office stretch, go out kanang lakaw. Other recommendations could be instead of opening your phone, ipalayo jud nimo imong cellphone while you're working. Kay para dili mahurot imong adlaw nga sigig ana. Sigig scroll. Other things you can do is kanang call a friend, sabuton nimo imong friend after work wa ako diri kay mag-walking ta. Para nimo nag-os dili na para nako.
So, chat no.
Di ba? Tinuod. So, instead of kanang giving time, allowing yourself nga naa jud kay time nga ga cellphone, pulihin na siya something. You could change your routine, change your habit nga di gyud ka kaablig cellphone. Moabot sa point nga kapoy na kakaayo, so wala na, tulog na ka. So you can do that. One book that I'm reading right now is Atomic Habits, and it's really helpful in how you change your habits. So diha giingon nga kana bitawng you change the people that you go with. So kung imuhang kanunay kauban nga grupo nimo is always just on the phone. Oh, nya inyuha yung bisyo is kana jung magsige na jud mog cellphone, nya magsige. Then you need to either tell your group nga mag-usab na gud ta ani, or you change it. You change a different group kana bang find something to replace that addiction. In that book that I read, it says nga the only way that you can change a bad habit is by changing it with a good habit. Okay.
Circle of friends nimo.
Could be. So it's kana bitaw main kag undangon nimo mga bad habit. You cannot just remove it, nya magnganga ka. Most likely imo jud ang tanaw nimo cellphone. So basin lain na pud nga bad habit na no nimo ipuli. So swap it with something good. Kato is an example, walking.
Jogging na ta kada.
Puyog na mo.
Puyog na mo.
Yes. Ang problema og nag-walking kay nag-TikTok, mo po na problema. So something else, just there are so many other ways, there are so many other things you can do kay para gyud as much as possible di gyud ka makaabli sa imong cellphone, or abli sa mga apps. And then like I said, delete the Facebook app if it's possible. Anyway, makaabli man ka na sa desktop.
Facebook pa ba mo?
Saan ang Facebook?
Ako po, wala na ko yung Facebook app. Usahay lang kay kanila tungod kay ang tanang tao sa imong palibot kay nag-Facebook. Kasi nila yung istoryahan. Wala jud ko ka-get. Abli na po hinoon ka.
True.
Mas kinanan sa google.com.
Pero while nag-explain si TV John, nag-try po kong assess na ko ba. Niyagi man gud ko admit ko na niyagi ko addiction with ML.
Yes.
At least nabuhat na niya ang first love accept.
Na-accept na niya.
Pero nasolve na siya actually.
Praise God.
Actually, by God's grace, good na overcome na siyang addiction. No? So, pasalamat ko na. So, grabe no, nga kanang explanation kabahin sa kanang unsaon nato nga day nga ma-change ang ato ang direct sana mapulihan og good things.
I forgot to add nga one way yun, I forgot to add, you have to be accountable. So for the viewers diha, if you have your support group, ang CYCM, admit to them nga you need help because you are going through this addiction. It doesn't have to be social media, any addiction nga kana bang struggle na gyud para gingon ni August. Having a support group bisan og pungot sila usahay will really help, will really remind you nga uy pila ka minutes man karon patanaw daw ko sa screenshot daw be may nga na ba kanang, and allow them to call you or hangyo si Kuya August na kuya pwede mag-walking ta kaya na niya.
Kaya na mo.
Yeah,
so thank you kayo ato na television. Pero kani nga question is bahin po ni og kanang information. Okay? So based sa imong gipangingon ganina nga mga explanation no, murag daghan-daghan gyud ang negative bahin sa social media. So karon with that statement or with that fact nga ato nahibaw-an, unsaon ka nato para ma-avoid ang mga false information?
Yes.
Sa kay pwede nato
Especially
buhaton para ma-avoid nato ang mga sayop nga mga fake mga fake news, for example.
Especially karong nating election.
It's
daghan kaayo.
Sana lagi manggawas.
It's very hard from a marketing perspective. We like these things. Ganahan mig yagaw. May nga na bitaw. Pero the truth is there's really no way to to identify the truth and what's not true karong panahon na everything can be fabricated. Everything, moingon jud kog, anything can be made right now. So, but what is true? Balik jud ta, what is always true is the Bible. So, kana gyud imong as a Christian mo gyud na imong basihan always whether this world will sana fabricate lies or fabricate truth. The Bible will always be true word, true west.
Absolute truth.
Absolute truth, thank you. Absolute truth gid ang Bible. Now, how do you identify? Before, kanang kugihan pa ko, you go to journals, kanang mga published studies, you will know nga they are legitimate accounts because boring you guys sila. Tanawon, walay color, walay ads, wala tanan. They're really, when you open them, mura jud og na back to 1995 ang ilahang porma. Kanang words ra tanan, ang font di mabasa, but these are because these are published journals. Kasagaran ani gipang-upload ra ni sila nga PDF to studies. Now, why do we say published journals? These are made by researchers. Most of us niagi ta og research 1 and 2 pag college. Lalim, dili lalim, di ba? Dili sayon. Ang RRL pa lang daan, patay-patay na tanan. So can you imagine these people? They are from big universities, they are from kanang ang ilahang mga research panelists, mga kuyaw-kuyaw, the people in that field. So dili basta-basta nga ma-approve ilang research. That's why we need to, kung mangita man jud tag some form of truth, their truth might be a little closer, mas masaligan compared to the TikTok video you saw, compared to the 30 seconds nga imong nakita nga gi-splice ra to. Yes. So that's one. But if you really want to, labi na karon nga ay mga issues na gira nga na, as a Christian, I would really advise you nga it's better if you don't participate in conversations when you're not really sure yet. People are watching, people are reading, and it's better nga the only thing that you spread right now is truth. And what is truth? Yes. Lisod jud kayo.
I had someone bitaw nga, iya kong gi-correct with how I brush my teeth. Kaya ingon daw si TikTok nga, after 30 minutes pa daw kamukhaon niya, i-leave la daw ang toothpaste sa imong teeth.
Ha? By the time, hupas na ang toothpaste.
Sayang ang fluoride ko no. Whatever. Di ko
Absorb ang
mo
fluoride na. Di mo gud mayon nang gun.
Gani mo to ko nga, di ko matuwa. Ni mo to nag-check ko. Pag-check na ko, kay it's wrong.
It's wrong.
Muna nga guys, viewers, before you even do anything, you need to check good.
Yes.
So you
Especially if
make
it
a
involves
decision.
your health.
Correct. If it involves your health, if it involves your family, kani mga ingana bitaw mga pranks, mga ingana, just be be extra careful because you never know, next week lahi na pud ang dapat ang toothbrush ihid-hid diri. Mga ingana na pud. Yeah.
Unsa kay pwede nimo na mahatag nga advice or something para maka-fact check ta?
Yeah, so there are mga trusted sources, but then I want to say nga there are biases. It's really hard to identify gyud. It's really hard to identify. So moto ako mo balik ko nga, if you need to do the work. If you see something, ganahan jud kay you really like the topic, you really like the thought. Leave your Facebook app, itapad ang Google Chrome nga app or Safari. Open, type it. Inga na pangita ang truth or unsa pa na imong ipangkuan diha nga negative or positive may nga na. Research. There's a saying before, and I think it's still true right now, think before you click. And it's always true right now, especially kay ang imong ipang post mas screenshot. Bisan pag i-delete na nimo, it's in a data center somewhere. Okay? Until now, so many people, bisag pila na ka years ago nila gi-post, gibalik gyapon sa ilaha. Ma-retrieve. So,
sa Facebook no, mga memories.
ug mudagan pong mayor, mudagan mo kuan. Unsa na lang na ibalik na sa imuha ang imong gipang post. It's evidence. So, I wish when I was younger, I was smarter, but it's not true. So, naadyo yung galutaw-lutaw diha nga mga words nga, wala ko kapalang ko, that's not me anymore. But you can avoid it. You just have to be very careful. So, if you want to, mas makayon pa mas may pag-memes imong i-post kay, ikaw rin nalingaw.
Okay, so
Ay, malingaw po ng uban.
Yes.
okay, social media can certainly be used for evil. While the nature of social media can encourage sinful behaviors such as gossip, hateful speech, and lack of discernment, among many others. it nevertheless remains a powerful tool to be used for good. So my question is, should a Christian use social media? Is social media beneficial to a Christian, and how Christians can use social media for good?
So first question is, should Christians use social media? I want to say yes. Yes.
Because we're all using
No, I really, kamo to ba, kung mabalik ta sa old times, that was the only way, people would go to a coliseum or asa diya, muwali, mo speech, di ba? So I think, yes, as Christians, we should participate. Di ta pwede nga magtago-tago sa bukid niya, kita-kita lang. We really have to engage, we have to be part of conversations, may nga na. But to just encapsulate your questions, I think as Christians, the bigger priority is to live offline. Okay, so you have a presence.
priority of you.
Yes, you have a presence. Okay, good na. You need to have social media kay pangitaon na sa inyong future employers. Unsa ba jud pang post aning bataa?
Nagamit na din.
Oh, HR does that. They will search. Wala kara adlaw gasig tagay mga na ba. So makuha na nila. That's part of fact checking. Even if there are ways even if imong i-private imong accounts. Yes. Pwede na magama og laing account. So that's one way. But the point is just participate, be careful, do not engage in comment wars. Ayaw gyud wala gyud bisag unsaon jud ninyo wala gyud mo daog ana.
Asa,
And
balik
balik
ko sa
ka sa
nako.
1 Corinthians.
10:31. Yes. And then
Ganahan ko nga i-emphasize to. Do not engage in comment wars.
yes.
Ayaw yun.
Ayaw na lang kay wala mo na sila follow og rules on debate.
Yun.
There's no
Wala
such thing.
parliamentary.
Wala judge, wala kuan. So you're just really trying to fight each other in the dark. So ayaw na lang.
Makasakit lang ka.
Oh.
Hindi ka po. Masakit.
Yes, mo balik ta. Kung mo comment kag taas nga in English, di ba jud na isa ka oras sa duha ka oras. E di next sayang na imong 100. Di ba? Di ba when you try to comment and reply to someone, taas ba jud na mga in my study ana ba gyud na edi nahurot na imong oras. Unsa na naman?
Ang
Gisa-
30 minutes per day, asa naman?
Oh, and then may baog ka nang nabay mga ubang tao nga gisapot once, sapot tibok adlaw.
Yun.
So your peace, what happened to your peace na? So I want to go back and say, just live. It's kanabang your social media should be an accessory to your life. So unsa man ang accessory? Pwedig na, pwedig wala. Okay? Live offline. That's what I want to say. Good. Live offline. Maingon ka nga, social media is to connect with my friends. Call your friends, meet them in person. Kanang as a Christian, we are the ambassadors of Christ.
Amen.
'Di ba? And our biggest role is to represent Christ. And you know what? We have so many friends. Karong mayon jud siguro kung we have so many friends 2021, 2022 nga wala pa kaablig Bible. But you have. Okay, you have. You've opened the Bible and you're the best representation of God's word right now to them. They're not gonna read your long quotes. They're not gonna read your long kanang kuan on social media. But if tawagan ka nila and you answer and you're there, they're gonna see Jesus in action.
Amen.
So, that's what I'm trying to say. Lami gyud kaayo mag-share, lami gyud kay paminawon. But what's the better priority? Live offline. Be present when your friends need you. Na kay amigo nga gamaoy-maoy, kuyugi. Di ba? Gatagay na siya palit og iced tea. Gatagay na siya kuyugi, paminawa, palit og iced tea, paminawa siya. If that person needs someone nga para lang jud kanang kay gibuwagan and everything, be there. Be present. This is the only way yun nga you can keep Jesus, you share Jesus. It's to be present for your friends, it's to be present for your loved ones. And social media cannot give that.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I want to end sa atong questions is that live a life offline.
May rapagkura po ako yung Facebook ng personal. Disable.
Dapat ba follow-up question na ito kaya Alex?
Wala na. Nasatisfy na ako sa answer niya.
So, since mo naman to ang last na question sa ato ang i-prepare, no? Ate Bijon, unsay imong mahatag as a summary sa ato ang isgutan karong adlaw or kabiyon na
Yes.
or unsa ba ning orasan ninyo matanaw? As a summary, unsay imong pwede na ma-istorya or ma-advise aning ato mga CYCM standards?
I think one thing is kanang if you really want to if you really want to have your social media, kanang be a smarter user. Okay? If you can turn off kanang mga ad, be careful of the data that you share. So, be smarter ba? Ang akong pasabot is like, ayaw kaayo mo pag-post of things nga will harm the security of you or your family. That's one. So, when I say that, kung magbiyahe mo, do not post at the moment. Be careful of what you follow or who you follow. Kani mga pages nga itong gi-follow, matingala na lang mo, next month lahi nagngalan because there were actually a page of gibaligya, a page of kuan. So, just use it, but be conscious nga, this is a bad place. Okay? So, be careful anang dapita. And then, mo to siya kanang imuhang bitawng posting nimo, imuhang mga kuan, don't start wars. There's just enough wars right now, so don't do that. And then kanang be more present. I want to just emphasize that good. Be there for your friends, be there for your family. Like or share or kuan. One thing is that kana bitaw inyong Facebook or inyong TikTok or Instagram ay nga na, prioritize following pages that give you real information, that give you something nice substance, okay?
It could really influence you.
It actually, whether we like it or not,
Mga artista,
mo gyud niga form sa ato ang personality karon. Okay naman, follow something funny. No. Ako Dex, is if you follow one person nga kabalo jud kang why jud hinungdan follow two others nga follow pages of theologians. Okay? Follow CYCM. If you follow one, mura bag imong ikuan ba nga para sa imong feed, ika-update nimo sa imong feed na ay way hinungdan pero daghan ang naiunod.
Mga John MacArthur.
Yes.
Piper.
Yes.
Steve Lawson.
Yeah. So that's what I actually ganina gahunan ako unsa kadini. So kana siya kung gusto ikuan. Imuhang feed tarunga siya og pag-arrange ngang imong makitaan are good things, true, tin our life, true, noble, righteous, praiseworthy, and all those things.
Amen. Thank you so much, Titi Jono. Dindot kayo good ang
Thank you.
kuan, ang mga panghisgutan karon. And if you want your friends, mga families ninyo or kinsa ba nga gusto niyo ma-aware about social media addiction, please share and subscribe ani nga episode. And I know daghan jud mo makatunan. And even sa mga Kristohano padayon gyud ta sa pagtuon sa pulong sa Ginoo, dili gyud pwede nga ang ato arang basis isang social media. Keep on studying God's word. As we say sa CYCM stands, rise up for God's word, stand on the Bible. Thank you for watching and may God bless us all. Shalom, CYCM standards. Stand up, daily. Welcome to CYCM Stands. CYCM Stands is a platform that addresses social media. Welcome to CYCM Stands. CYCM Stands is an online platform that addresses social issues. Idiots. Social idiots.